And now we shall continue with the properties of determinants. So in the last lecture we have seen that if any two rows or any two columns of an determinant are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. So the next property is, if any row or column, if any row or column of a determinant is a multiple of a scalar k, then the value of the determinant gets multiplied by k. Now for example, let me consider delta. First we shall do it for order 2. So let me consider delta is equals to a11, a12, a21, a22. Now this will be equal to, what is the expansion of this? a11 into a22 minus a12 into a21. Call this as result number 1. Now suppose delta 1 be the determinant in which the first row is a multiple of k. So it is k times a11, k times a12, a21, a22. So expand it. So it is k into a11, a22 minus k into a12, a21. What is common here? K. So k into bracket a11, a22 minus a12, a21. Now if you can look, the term in the bracket is nothing but delta. So it is k times delta. Similarly, you can try it for column wise for order 2. Now we shall prove the same result for order 3. So let me consider delta to be, right, the determinant a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a33. So I expand it once again. So it is a11 into a22, a33 minus a23, a32 minus a12 into a21, a33 minus a23 into a31 plus a13 into a21, a32 minus a22, a31. Right. So it is a12 into a21, a33 minus a23, a31. So this will be equal to a11, a22, a33 minus a11, a23, a32 minus of a12, a21, a33 plus a12, a23, a31 plus a13, a21, a32 minus a13, a22, a31. Now call this as result number 1. Now next what I will do, I will take delta 1 in which column C2 is a multiple of k. So it is a11, a21, a31, k times a12, k times a22, then a32, k times a32, and then a13, a23, a33. Expand it. And when you expand this, remember k when you take common, you know how to expand the third order. K when you take common, you will get it as delta. You will get the same thing right? The expansion is the same thing, only k will be there. In each of the terms you will be getting an additional factor, that is k. So k, when you take common, you will be getting this. So this is how. Now you can try for column wise, or also you can try for row wise. Now the next property says, if sum or all the elements, right, if sum or all the elements of a determinant of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as a sum of two or more terms then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two or more determinants. How to prove this? Now let me take delta is equals to a11, a12, a21, a22. You know what is the expansion of this. Suppose a11 and a12 are expressed as a1 plus b1, a2 plus b2 and a21, a22, then this a11 I am writing it as a1 plus b1 and a12 I am writing it as a2 plus b2. Then it can be expressed as sum of two determinants. How? By taking a1 first, a1, a21, then a2 here, a22, then a b1 here I will be writing b1, a21, b2, a22. Now expand this, whatever result that you take, right, then expand it. Take a1 plus b1 common. A1 plus b1 you write it as a11, a2 plus b2 you write it as a12. You will get that delta will be equal to the same result. This is a delta 1. If you can take this to be delta 2, then delta will be equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. Proof we shall do it in when we be there in the class for that. Then the next property, you can have a look at it. The next property is property number 6. This is not so important, but somewhere you will be getting, right? If to each element of any row or column of the determinant the equimultiples of corresponding elements of any other row or columns are added, then the value of the determinant remains the same. That is, the value of the determinant remains the same if we apply the operation R2 changes to R2 plus k times Rj, right, or C1 implies a Ci plus k times Cj. Now for example, here if you can look, here they have given the delta is equals to a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3 c1 c2 c3. Delta 1 what they have done is a1 plus k times c1 they have taken, k times c1. Similarly they have applied r1 changing to r1 plus k times r3. I repeat, you can take a note of this. To delta what I am going to do is r1 changing to r1 plus k times r3, then you get delta 2 here. Now from the this is what is delta 2. Now from the previous proof what we have done is we can write it as a sum of two determinants. What are those two determinants? Here the sum of two determinants is, first one, take the first elements a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3 c1 c2 c3. Then next one is kc1 kc2 kc3 b1 b2 b3 c1 c2 c3. Take k common there. When you take k common, row r1 and r3 are similar, so that will be 0. So here what we get is delta is equals to delta 1. Delta is equals to delta 1. This is what you get it. So these are the properties. So in the next class I shall start solving the problems based on determinants. Thank you.